There's a few things that I would change about the Deadlock matchmaking update that dropped about a few weeks ago or whatever, but hey, this video, we're just gonna talk about one thing that I would change. If you guys wanna see more stuff, just drop it in the comments. I'll talk about those as well, but I got one thing I wanna actually talk about. How y'all doing? My name is Remy. I'm a Deadlock content creator that makes content daily and streams a few times a week, so if you wanna check that out, go in the description below. But hey, this video, we're gonna talk about what I would change in this matchmaking update. Now, obviously, like I said before, there's a few things that I would change, but there's one thing that that's a glaring thing for myself. And I know usually what I've learned in this road is if there's something that, you know, affects me or something like that, there's probably a lot of people out there that it affects as well. And that thing is gonna be many people you can actually queue with in ranked. Now, if you like me, you love playing ranked, okay? Now, I've only been playing this game for a few months now, but during these few months, I've, you know, been a part of a couple big patches. Now, one of them being the matchmaking update. That changed a lot. We won't get into that, but the main thing that I'll get into is how many people you can actually queue with in the new ranked mode. We're gonna sit in here, we're gonna play a standard match, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? I came from Valorant. Now, in Valorant, they changed a few things. They have some things in place for how many people you can actually queue with, because I think it is good for the integrity of ranked, okay, for games. But I think there's certain ways you can go about it. And honestly, like, you know, not to glaze my old game or anything, but I think Valorant did a pretty good job with it, you know, if I say so myself. I think they did an all right job about it. Now, if you don't know, you guys are living under a rock or anything like myself, for Deadlock, you can only queue in ranked with solo and duo. That's it, all ranks. Now, that's the first big mistake, okay? I think you should be able to definitely queue with more people the lower rank you are. Now, like myself, I'm not a Turnus. I'm not no tryhard sweat. I'm not that good, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not that good. I think obviously the restrictions should definitely be harsher the higher rank you are, just because that way you don't have as much influence on the game depending on how many people you're actually stacked with. For example, right, in Valorant, you can queue solo, duo, trio, and a 5-stack all the way up to Immortal. And then in Immortal, you can only do solo, duo, and a 5-stack. That's including Radiant. Obviously, if you 5-stack, you're gonna go against other 5-stacks, right? You're gonna have long queue times, and that's just the price you pay if you wanna queue with all your friends and you wanna 5-stack completely. But I like that. We go into 5-stacks just expecting like, hey, if we wanna queue as a 5-stack, we might be in this queue for an hour. We might be in this queue for 30 minutes. But it's something you do to be able to play with your team. Oh, this motherfucker decent. Wait, that kill's gotta be mine, right? That kill's gotta be mine, right? Wait, what is he saying? I get why Deadlock does it, right? I get why every game does it, why there's a restriction. You don't want to have control over the game. If you can have max 6 people on your team and you have a 5-stack, that solo person's fucked. If you guys just decide to troll their shit, they're fucked. They have no chance. What they can do, them individually cannot control the outcome of the game. Outside of them just throwing, obviously, they can do that. I understand that, okay? There had to be some kind of restriction put in place for rank. I think it's a little too harsh, especially for people that aren't Eternus. I'm not a fucking tryhard. Okay, I'm a tryhard, but I'm shit. I'm horrible. So how you gonna give me some leniency? Valve, Yoshi, give me some leniency. So Pocket, I think you're gonna live here, because
yeah, it should be fine.
Paradox is staring at me about to kill his AFK teammate.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump down and run away.
Thank you. Now, like I was saying, here's my proposition, right? I think there's a few things that Deadlock can do to just, you know, revive this whole thing and just make my time along with others just a little more enjoyable. I think you should be able to solo, duo, trio, and 6-stack until you get the Phantom. And then after that, that's when the harsh penalties or whatever you want to call it start coming in place. So solo, duo, trio, and 6-stack until Phantom. Now, if you 6-stack, you go against other 6-stacks. If it takes a while, that's just the price you pay. Even if you trio, I think they should honestly try to put you against trios. Now, obviously, if there's not any trios queued, then, you know, then so be it. Tough shit. For Phantom and Ascendant, I think it should be solo, duo, and 6-stack. And I honestly think, everyone should be able to 6-stack. It's just the harder, you know, the harder it is to find games. So I think it should be a solo, duo, and 6-stack whenever you're Phantom and Ascendant. Now, when you hit a Turnus, I think you should be able to solo and then only 6-stack. You can do duo, whatever. But maybe there's some harsher penalties whenever you want to duo, like whoever you can queue with and stuff like that. And especially if you want to 6-stack. People would say, oh, if you 6-stack a Turnus with bad ranks, you're going to have an easier time. So that's when you'll do the thing like Valorant. Valorant, if you 5-stack, you earn 25% of your rank rating. Just do that with Deadlock, Yoshi. Just do that with Deadlock. I don't know how I feel about this game. I feel like I've pissed Lash off for the remainder of this game, and there's no rekindling our relationship here. he doing? What is he doing?
Let's push Broadway.
Okay. The magician strikes again. Now, like I was saying, right? If you 6-stack, then you just get less RR. It doesn't matter. Unless you obviously want to do it with, like, let's say rich list, the lobby, like the party is rich list and lower, and like the ranks aren't that far apart, then sure, give them the same. But I think once there's a certain amount of like the rank differential, then just give them less rating. And that way the people are purely, obviously, queuing ranked to queue with their friends. Now, obviously you want to get some rating out of it, because what's the point of playing ranked?
He's hiding in the...
I got 100 health.
I need your help.
I'm blind.
He's over here chasing my ass. Like, give it a rest. So let's say right now, right? If you queue a game, you're gonna get a minimum of 300 points. If you 6-stack, let's just make it 150, 175. That way I'm still getting something. I don't feel like I'm wasting my time, but I'm also getting to queue with my friends. And I you know, no harm, no foul. If I'm going against other people with the same, you know, idea, then it's fine. I don't see what the problem is. There's, you know.
Here's a special trick just for you.
Need some help here.
Alright, let's kill these guys. Look at Drifter, Drifter one.
Get his ass! Nice. But like I was saying, I don't want to just speak on my one experience with Valorant. So I just wanted to do some research on like basically how other games run it. And so I went to League of Legends. I just went to like, you know, another game that was a MOBA as well. It's similar to, you know, Deadlock and stuff like that. So I went to League of Legends and I was looking and I saw a few things, and I'll just read this from what I've written down as well. So from their duo queue, Iron to Diamond 4, players can duel with someone within one full tier. Example, Gold 3 player can queue with a Silver 2 or a Silver 3 or a Platinum 3. A Diamond 3 and above can only duo with players within 2 divisions. So Diamond 1 can only queue with a Diamond 3. Now another thing I saw is Flex queue. Okay, Iron to Diamond players can queue with anyone within a full rank difference, not tier. So Silver can queue with a Gold. You just have to be a full rank difference. Master and above players cannot queue with players ranked below Diamond. 5-player pre-made teams can bypass most rank restrictions as long as no one is Master or higher. So right there, right, it's not even like, you don't even get separate like RR gains or anything. It's honestly just, if you're this rank, you can't 5-stack. You know, I wouldn't hate that if that was with Deadlock. Like, let's say you can't 5-stack if you're Ascendant and higher. Fair enough. Every game has some kind of restriction, and I just feel like Deadlock is like honestly the most restrictive one of them all. And then on top of that, I was doing some more research. Okay, I was looking into Dota. I was like, okay, Dota, another Valve game. So solo duo trio, you can queue alone, as a pair, or as a group of 3. 4-player stacks are not allowed. Full team 5-player stacks are allowed. And then I'm assuming that it's gonna just be longer queue times because you're gonna go against them. Like I was saying, it's just, I think as long as we have a 6-stack where you have to go against another 6-stack, that fixes the problem. None of this just crazy like I got a duo. Also, you got to be within this rank. We got to queue within this time, this and that, yada, yada, yada. Brother, I want to play with my friends, okay? I'm probably just like a lot of people. I got into this game with my friends, with a group of friends, and now I can only queue with one of them. There's like 7 of us, and I can only queue with one of them because we're not within the same rank. We can't 5-stack. A bunch of other shit. Another thing I wanted to speak about is like, or not even like really have a whole conversation about, but especially with like just the matchmaking in general, supposedly like duo queuing is just absolutely like broken right now. Now, I don't know why. I made some assumptions. Maybe it's because, you know, if you duo queue, it's putting you more likely with more duos on your team. So having a team full of 3 duos is actually kind of broken, especially when you're in the higher ranks, and most high rank people, especially like the good pro players, are duoing with someone. So it's kind of like an elo potion in a sense. But yeah, so maybe like you have a higher chance if you duo or 3-stack of getting like another stack on your team. You have like solo people. I mean, we've all solo queued, but we also know like you have a higher chance of getting somebody that's a brick as a teammate if it's just a solo queue. Usually when you have a duo on your team, the people are gonna probably take it more serious. Also, like, you have your odd cases too. Now, obviously with Valve and Deadlock, right? I do have like a lot of leniency when it comes to, you know, them messing up on patches, or not messing up, but doing patches that like aren't, you know, favorited by the community and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, they are an alpha technically still. They're not even in full release. It's not even, you still got to get an invite to even play this game. Really, at the end of the day, we're playing this game out of luxury. It's not even a full game yet. So that's why, like, I give them leniency on a lot of the things. I want to make these type of videos to be able to basically just, you know, in case they see it somehow, even though there's no way in hell they're seeing this, but in case they see it somehow, you know, they know what some of the people think. You know, comment below as well what you think. But yeah, that would basically be my wish list, right? It's just, I want to be able to queue with my friends. I just want to be able to go in, have some fun, play some rank, get my rank up, lose my rank, you know, honestly. But it's better when you have people to queue with. I feel like I'm neglecting my friends, but in reality, I can't play with them in ranked. Like, I could play standard, but like standard's so sweaty, I might as well just play ranked. Also, while we're on about it, like these games gotta mean a little less, right? Putting this restriction is just absolutely like insane to me. Having the 15 is just absolutely absurd. Having the 15 games needed for a character and the 60 in total is like actually crazy, because like you get people like this just pretty upset whenever you're not like fully trying in the game. I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm just trying to talk to people. That's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys have a great day. Now comment below what you want me to talk about in the next video, and also comment below like what do you think the solution is, because like I said, I know a lot of you people just want to queue with your friends as well. You have more than just one other friend that you want to queue with. So just let me know what Deadlock can do to honestly just make it a better system. Outside of that, hope you guys like this video. Be sure to leave a comment below, subscribe to your boy. We'll have another one. Peace out.